What's up, nerds? Drea here. Kind of back in action. I'm going through it mentally, and so I took a break from everything, which, makes time for me to watch anime. And some stuff that's not anime. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into my monthly favorites. So I finally got around to watching World End. What will you do at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us? And I'm liking it. It's not anything great, but it's fun. It's kind of like an all-emoto harem with 75% less sleaze, which, thank God. I don't really know if I went over what it's about when I started it a couple months ago, but I'll go over it now. So it's a post-apocalyptic series, I think, about the last remaining human. He takes a military job to guard a weapons warehouse, and the weapons happen to be fairies. A bunch of little girl fairies. And these little girls have basically been bred for battle. But that doesn't stop them from being any less cute. Moe moments are aplenty, and I'm kind of into this. I'm only halfway through, but it's interesting. A little bit confusing. I'm not sure why things exactly are happening, but it's definitely keeping my attention. But what I'm not liking is the main ship. And since I told you that all the fairies are young, you'll probably understand why. And also, the animation could be less terrible. It can be pretty bad in places. But honestly, I am liking it. The theme song is one of my favorite theme songs I've heard in a while. And honestly, for an anime that I checked out basically just because of the title, it's pretty good. It's weird, but at least it's not boring. Speaking of boring, we'll talk about an anime that I was not into during the first few episodes, but it did interest me at first. I was hoping that rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose would be way better than I figured it would be. I was hoping it wasn't going to be another bland harem series, and surprise, surprise, that's what it turned out to be. I had high hopes for it, but 4 episodes in, I was just so bored. I sometimes watch anime at work when it's slow, and this one I turned off because I was falling asleep. It's just so boring. And although the title kind of tries to trick you into thinking it won't be a harem series, it very much is. And at first I wasn't going to spoil anything about this, but honestly, I think you'll just be mad going in if you don't know. So I'm gonna tell you. They're all childhood friends. Yep, they got me. That's kind of what I thought was going on when I talked about this last month, but I wasn't entirely sure until the 3rd girl showed up. And also, the animation just looks cheap, and all of the character models are bland. And honestly, the main guy, I can't stand him. I'd rather have the main guy from Love Hina. I'm halfway through the show, and I don't know if I'm gonna continue it. Sad. So, heading over to Isekai, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord Omega continues to give exactly what it should. Sexy fun with just the right amount of sleaziness. Diablo still continues to be one of my top husbandos. I can't decide if I want to cosplay Rem, Shara, or Rose more. And so far, there's only been one scene that has made me go, nah. And for an ecchi comedy, that says a lot. And also, I'm not sure if this is controversial or not, but this series kind of nails church corruption. Trust me on that. Another thing I find interesting is the overlap between the different isekai and fantasy series when it comes to like different types of monsters and like different types of like spirits and things like that. Like right now I'm watching 2 series that have the same exact fire demon, and I'm also watching 2 series that have different iterations of slimes. Speaking of slime isekai, Tensura Nikki, the Slime Diaries, was fantastic. I think at the time I'm filming this video, there's only 1 episode left, and I'm really sad to see it go because I really enjoyed it. I really like the more leisurely and slice of life tone that this had, especially compared to Tensura Season 2, Part 1. stop splitting seasons into parts. Just call it season 3. And I think part 2 actually comes out next anime season, and I'm actually very excited for it. But I'll definitely miss the Slime Diaries. I really hope we get a season 2. Still sticking to slimy sakai, I've been killing slime for 300 years and maxed out my level. Has been great. A very relaxing series. I've loved nearly all the characters. Sometimes the Demon Lord gets on my nerves, and I feel like you really do get to know them. There's only a couple episodes left of this one too, and I'm very sad to see this one go. I do recommend it, especially if you want something nice. As of today, as in just a few hours ago, I finished Fruits Basket, the final season, and wow. Just wow. I was at my desk when I watched the episode, and it was super hard to not burst into tears. I am so glad the series turned out this amazing, and I can now officially say, now that it's over, you might as well skip the first series at this point. The only thing you'd be missing is some decent music. Not even decent. It's great music. It's great music. That's what you'd be missing. Everything else is done better in this series. I highly recommend it. If you haven't watched it, what are you waiting for? Now it's all out. There's no excuse. So the author of the manga actually wrote a sequel manga a few years ago. Actually, I don't know how long it's been. It's probably been a fairly long time. And that, and the fact that the series actually ends with a see you soon, like, title card thing, leads me to believe, / just hope, with all my heart, that we're probably going to get more from this series. At least something in the same universe. Maybe a movie? Fingers crossed. As of today, there is only one episode left of After Being Rejected, I Shaved and Picked Up a High Schooler. And I'm really sad to see it go, because this series was way better than it had any business being with a title like that. With a premise like that. It was sincere, mature, and so heart-wrenching. I do want to emphasize that there is pretty much no fan service in this. But that does not mean it's a series for kids. It's very mature and can be very triggering. Everything that the main girl Sayu goes through is genuinely rough, and that's why I cautiously recommend it. But I definitely do recommend it. It's great. Not only is this a great character study, it's just a very well-made anime overall. I really love this one. So now that we're done with anime, I'll talk about the one other thing that I've been watching that hasn't been anime. I had no clue what Loki was going to be. I just knew that I loved Tom Hiddleston on the role, and that was enough to get me to watch it. Plus, I've watched nearly all live-action superhero things that have come out since 2012. Except for a few TV shows. I just don't have time for those. I'm just really happy that Marvel is making their shows so different from each other. So different, in fact, that I kind of think that there's really no point to compare them because they are so different. And I think they're all very well done so far. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil anything because I do know that some of the people watching this video have not started the show because they're waiting for it to end. But I will say that if you don't get into the premise or the setting, you will love Tom Hiddleston as Loki. Tom brought his A game to this role. In the first episode, he has like this 30-second scene that is just chef's kiss. It's beautiful. A game. He is in real top form, and I am absolutely loving it. Like I didn't know I would. For real though, I am loving the show. Only 2 episodes in. I know there's only going to be 6, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer to grab me. This grabbed me from the start. And I can't wait to watch another one right after I'm done filming this video. So lastly, just so I can geek out about some YouTubers I like, I haven't been watching a lot of new stuff besides anime and Loki, obviously. I've just been super busy with work and getting ready for the way too many conventions I'm going to in the fall. So I tend to replay videos that I've seen a million times. And they tend to be commentary videos because I just enjoy them. So I've been watching a lot of Drew Gooden, a lot of Jarvis Johnson, and a lot of Scott Kramer. Their videos are funny, informative, and honestly comforting. I really, really love their stuff, and if you haven't checked out their channels, I'll have them linked below. They're great. I really, really hope that I get to meet at least one of them one day. Kinda hope it's Jarvis. Well, that'll do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and big thanks to my brother for editing this massive video. There is a lot of footage for you to go through. I'm so sorry. Please make sure to leave me a like and let me know in the comments below what you've been watching. I'm curious. Please subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell so you're notified when I finally get back on a schedule. Soon, maybe? Also, please check out my Instagram where I post pics like every other day, along with my other social media I'll have linked below. Please have a great rest of your day, week, month, and year, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye! I got this drink at my Asian market. It's plum green tea, and I've never had it before. But it's like, it's weird. Okay, like I like it. I love it. I'm definitely getting more of these. But it's weird. It's like something that's familiar, but also something that is completely foreign. Because I've never had plum green tea. That's not something that we usually have. I don't know. I like it. This is not sponsored. I don't even know what the company is.